What's up everyone, and welcome back to Hatewatchers. Today we're continuing our retroactive breakdown and reviews of She-Hulk with episode 2, Superhuman Law. Let's get right into it. Spoilers ahead. We start off with a montage of the news coverage for the courtroom fight we saw at the end of episode 1. Will the show finally take the chance to explain why the fuck this diva blasted into a courtroom and started attacking people? Of course not. They just mention her name and say she's an influencer. This guy then objectifies Jen Walters, aka She-Hulk, on live TV and name drops the title of the show.
So, this chick, pretty decent. A She-Hulk? Exactly.
Jen reluctantly transforms into She-Hulk to go to a party in her honor. 4 seconds into the party, her male coworker comes over, says that she cheated on that case, warns her that the patriarchy will prevail, and then calls a woman an it before leaving to hit on it. The strong women accept free drinks from some men on behalf of her being a superhero. The same women who would probably turn them down and be disgusted if the drinks were sent because they're women. Leveraging these immutable characteristics for free drinks are fine for some reason. Like all free drinks though, they were roofied and Jen feels the effects. Hearing that Jen is becoming extremely strong and independent, her boss fires her before it's too late and she grows too strong and independent to keep down. Jen can't get a job and she's depressed that her only single friend has a date. She then has to go to a family dinner where Chad rubs it in her face that she's unemployed. Her dad pulls her aside to have a heart-to-heart. She proceeds to drown out any advice he has with her emotional ramblings. Jen is drinking at a bar when this guy mistakes her for a $5 hooker. She fires back with, "I'm a lawyer," and he's like, oh shit, how do I save this? And then he offers her a job. Jen's back to work as a big smart lawyer. She shows up to her new workplace where he tells her that he's only hiring her for her She-Hulk side and she'll work in the Superhuman Law division. We see some more of that incredible CGI while she just bitches and moans to us, the audience, about how she's better than this. You know, this woman who was unemployed drinking at a bar 10 hours ago. Her best friend is already in her office because I guess she's like a package deal that can just change her job whenever. Okay. This weirdo comes into her office with a basket of muffins and a
map to the best bathroom for pooping.
Thank you.
So much for wanting to be taken seriously. Also, I'm saying the odds are pretty high that that guy has a camera installed in that bathroom. Jen is meeting with her boss where she's given her first case, parole for a supervillain named Abomination. She complains about this case. I mean, we assume it's her speaking. The CGI on the mouth movement doesn't exactly make it clear.
Much prefer to be assigned literally any other case at this firm.
She doesn't want the case because he's evil and tried to kill her cousin Bruce. She goes to jail to meet with Abomination, and this guard thinks she's here for a conjugal visit. Abomination is in his human form named Emil Blonsky. He tells Jen to dance for him. He claims that the US government pumped him full of drugs that turned him into a monster. Big surprise. He gets bored with the conversation and starts looking through his erotic drawings. Jen finds he might actually have a case and agrees to consider taking it on. She calls Bruce, who's still in his Giga Chad form. She just talks and talks and talks, not even giving him a chance to respond.
And I couldn't do that without talking to you first.
Okay,
I mean, it doesn't seem like you never talked about that before. And you're always saying that everybody deserves a second chance. And I'm not falling for an act here. And maybe I want to believe that he's reformed.
Well, sure,
you know, isn't
what
we should strive for as a society?
That's what you'd
But
hope
none
for.
of that matters if you
Jen.
don't feel comfortable with it.
Turns out he's in space anyway, trying to get as far away from the show as possible. She takes the job and turns on the news to find out that the Abomination has escaped from prison. What are the odds that this was her fault, and she'll face no consequences for this? Anyway, with that, the episode ends. Just kidding, there's an end credit scene in the second episode. Remember when end credit scenes were just after epic movies, and maybe the season finale of a big-time show? Anyway, we get the super important and entertaining scene of She-Hulk doing housework for her family. By the way, look at this CGI. Jesus Christ. Our favorite part of this show is how they want to show someone as being capable, mature, serious, and driven, and then within 30 seconds that character is making poop jokes. We're not above the odd poop joke here and there, but we're not begging you to take us seriously like this show does with Jen. They don't seem to realize how they undermine their own character by throwing in shit, pun intended, like this, and because of it, Jen never comes off as someone worth our respect or admiration. And because she doesn't pop out as an admirable, likable character, they have to make everyone with a penis the most ridiculous cliche caricatures just there to be punching bags for our queens to beat up on. Jen is just a flat character with no real depth, and we're never shown anything that makes us care about her or want to know more about her. We're just supposed to assume that by virtue of being a lawyer and having the right genitals, she deserves our attention and respect. Now for the CGI, as we said in the last video, it just looks so amateur. We're sticking to our statement from the last one that we think Disney/Marvel saw what a shit show, pun intended, this one was going to be, and didn't see the point in throwing more money at it to sharpen up the basics like CGI. And lastly, thank God this show is quick. This episode was like 20 minutes. Jen goes to the bar, Jen goes to dinner, Jen goes back to the bar, Jen goes to her new job, Jen goes to jail, boom, episode done. Anyway, we're not planning to do much in the way of critically reviewing this show because it's been beaten to death by others, but those points were worth mentioning. Thank you for making it to this point in the video. Hit that subscribe button below to join us for reviews for the rest of Season 1 of She-Hulk, as well as other reviews of current shows and movies. Thank you again, and we'll catch you on the next one.